if you want to hang out, if you want to be friends. Actually, oh my gosh, this is such a good one. For a couch co-op game, I highly recommend. See you later. Standing on the chair. Wow. Can you sit down on the chair instead? Good morning, happy Friday. I feel like I'm not entirely sure if the feta that I put on here is still good or not, but it wasn't expired, and like, I don't know, I feel like I'm smelling something that doesn't smell right, but I don't know if it's like my pregnancy symptoms just like throwing me off. It looks like regular feta and it tastes fine when I eat it. I don't know, I'm getting some scent of something that like doesn't smell entirely right, but I feel like it could just be my pregnancy just like throwing me off. I don't know. Anyways, I've got my tea here, got my smoothie, and I have my water. I'm doing that thing where you have like 3 different drinks, but you know what? It is necessary. Having breakfast right now. Pretty much Matt had the same, or I made him the same plate as me. I have 1 extra egg only because I made one for Ellie just in case she wanted it, but she's not seeming to ask for it, so I'll just take it for now. It's fine. Let's try my toast. Ah, it's fine. I don't know why I'm tripping. Today we have a couple of things planned. I'm taking Ellie to the library today at 10:30, which is in like an hour and a half. They're hosting Play and Learn. I'm not really sure what it entails because I've never gone before. I've only gone to like their story time, which is only like 30 minutes. But Play and Learn is like a full hour. So I'm not exactly sure how Ellie's gonna do. She never really lasts in story time. She kind of gets a little bit antsy and like wants to like walk around, which honestly a lot of the other kids at story time, they just walk around and do whatever. They're not really listening, but I'm trying to get her to listen to the story being told, but that doesn't always happen. But yeah, we're gonna try it out today. Like I said, it's for a full hour, so I'm hoping that it'll be a good time for her to interact with some other kids. Right now it's raining, so it's kind of like the perfect day to go because we can't go to the park and play on the playground, so she can play with some other kids inside the library. So we'll see how that goes. That will end pretty much just in time for us to come back home and have lunch, and then I'm going to go to yoga after lunch. They used to have yoga hosted at 11 a.m. in the mornings. In the new year, they switched it over to 12:15, which kind of sucks because normally I would take Ellie with me to the gym when I go to yoga because they have kid care up until 12 o'clock. But from 12 to 4, kid care is closed. So she'll have to stay here with Matt, but it's fine. Usually he'll either just put her in the bedroom downstairs with him and put on a show for her while he's working, or, you know, it's also just around quiet time, so she'll probably go upstairs and like play in her room. Yoga's only for an hour, so it's not going to be that long. I do want to read today as well. I started reading the book What You Are Looking For Is in the Library, and it's very good. I really like it. It's compiled of like 5 short stories. There are 5 stories of different people who are all interconnected through this librarian who gives them recommendations based off of something that they are looking for. But she not only recommends books that they're actually looking for, but also an additional book of what she believes they're actually trying to search for. So it's very interesting. It's such a good book to read during the new year. I highly suggest picking it up. They didn't have it at my local library, so I had to purchase it at Barnes & Noble, but honestly, I feel like it's such a good book to have that I'm glad that I'm keeping it. And also, I have been wanting to start annotating my books for a while now. I've been seeing so many people annotate their books. I came across someone here on YouTube who does annotating, and then I followed her on Instagram and I asked her, I was like, how do you go about annotating? Like, how do you get started? Of course, you know, in high school, I remember having to annotate books that we read in high school, but I feel like in high school I wasn't all that super interested in the books that we were reading, and so I would kind of just like lazily tag parts that I knew were important parts but wasn't really like diving that deep into them. Obviously now that I'm actually like digesting the story and really like analyzing every little thing, I'm kind of like, okay, so like what do I do? Like, how do I do this? So this girl suggested that I start annotating a book that I've already read. So I feel like after I read this book, I feel like I want to go back and read the stories again. Because like I said, it's really quick. I mean, like each story is around 50 pages, maybe a little bit more than that. So I know that I can finish it rather quickly and just go back and kind of like mark important quotes that I like. I'm trying to convince my friend to read it as well because I think it's a really great book to discuss with other people. And like I said, it's also something that I think it's a great story to read at the beginning of the year, you know, when everybody's trying to like start the new year fresh and have these new goals and things like that. And I feel like it's a good reminder of like what's really important. I don't want to like give anything away, so I'm kind of being super vague. I've really been enjoying the book so far, and I am going to attempt to start annotating it. Like last night I only finished like the second story, but I feel like maybe this weekend I'm going to go back and read the first story again so that I can already start annotating it, and then kind of just like, you know, keep reading it and then going back and annotating, keep reading it and then going back and annotating it. I think that's like how I'm going to go about doing it. I'm still getting a weird smell. What is it?
Mama, I'm done with this.
Okay. Thank you. This is how I give Ellie apples, by the way. Actually, my husband started doing it like this. Basically, we peel the apple and we stick it on a straw. This is a boba straw, so it's a little sturdier than just like our regular like bamboo straws that we have. It's nice because it has a handle, so she can eat it very easily. A little toddler tip for you. If they like eating apples, but they don't want to touch it, put it on a stick. Or a straw, in our case. Another fun and like random thing. Yesterday, I created my TikTok account. 33 years old, and I started my TikTok. Feel really like excited about this. Basically, I already had a TikTok account, but it was through Pinay Mama Shop, my little small business, and I was just on it constantly. How you do on TikTok, you're just like browsing on TikTok. But considering that it's like my business page, I kind of like wanted to separate myself or I wanted to separate like my personal scrolling with like business scrolling. So I created a separate one, so if you're on TikTok, follow me. I'll leave the handle here, or it's the same as like my Instagram handle and my channel handle as well. I'll still leave it here if you're interested, if you want to hang out, if you want to be friends. Anyways, this video is going to be a little weekend vlog. I have a couple of things that I want to do tomorrow in Salt Lake, so I'm going to try and venture out into the world with my camera. It's so strange. I've never done that before. I feel like most people, when they're vlogging, maybe they'll just use like their phone, but my phone camera is not the best quality. My husband's trying to convince me to get a new phone, but my frugal ass is like, I just don't need it. It's working just fine. But really, it's like, I could definitely use a new phone for sure. But because it's been years. I think it's been almost 4 years now that I've had this phone. So I'm really getting my money's worth with it, which is great. It's been paid off for like a while. And then so whenever like I need to get a new phone and I look at the prices, I'm just like, oh my God, like I can't even imagine people paying that much. Like I can just get like a whole new computer if I wanted to. But yeah, he's saying that I should definitely get one before the baby comes, but we'll see if that happens. But anyways, all that to say, I'm gonna try and bring my Canon, my full camera. The thing about this camera is that the lens is so freaking huge and it makes the camera so heavy. And then my microphone is huge too, so I don't think I'm gonna bring my external microphone. It'll probably be not the best sound quality. It'll just be probably like more montages of things that are happening. Yes?
It's supposed to be sleepy so they can get the gooey fishy.
They're gonna get the gooey fishy?
Yeah.
With who?
Before the thing.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Anyways, I'm gonna try and venture out into the city with my vlogging camera, but we'll see. Hello, ma'am. Hello. How are you? Would you like some egg? What if I put spices on it? No?
I only want avocados.
Oh, okay. Here.
Take those stuff out then.
It's just cheese and tomatoes.
I don't like tomatoes.
Okay, then just eat this part here. Do you like it? Okay. So, I'm back home. It's much later in the afternoon. We went to play and learn at the library and it was pretty cool. Essentially, it's just like this big play date for anyone to come to the library with their kids, and they had a bunch of toys set up. So basically, it was like held in the little auditorium that they have where they usually do story time, but they just pushed all the chairs to the outskirts of the room, and they just had like a ton of different toys that were set up in the middle of the room. So they had like these big foam blocks, they had a train set, some dinosaurs, a bunch of like bouncy balls, and a bunch of other like random little toys. So it was cool, and Ellie enjoyed herself definitely, and it was just like a nice hour outside of the house for her. I'm already dressed in other clothes because after that we came back home. I made Ellie like a quick lunch and then I had to head out for yoga. And I was telling my husband, next time I really need to plan it better, especially if we're gonna go to play and learn before my yoga class, because it really only gives me 30 minutes to eat lunch before I go to yoga. So when I got home, I literally just had like a small cup of tomato soup, and it's not enough. I was very hungry during yoga class and I was getting like kind of dizzy. So I need to plan it a lot better next week, and have something ready to go, ready for me to eat as soon as I get home, so that I can have like a full meal before I go. I believe these are both Poshmark packages. So one came from Washington and one came from North Carolina. They came really fast, so I'm gonna go ahead and open it up for you. They had listed this, I believe, for $25, and I put in an offer for $17 and they took it. So basically I didn't have to pay for shipping. That's like how I priced it out. Oh, it's so cool. It has like this really cool striped contrast fabric at the collar, at the cuffs, and then also at the hem. Each of the buttons is like a different kind of button. There is also embroidery on the back. So this particular jacket made me think of, there's an image that I saw on Pinterest of Camille Rowe. I believe she was like just walking around during like fashion week. She's just wearing like a simple white blouse and then these really cool pairs of pants. It's not patchwork per se, but they're really like cool applique pants. And it kind of reminded me of this in terms of like the color scheme is like very similar with like the embroidered applique here. It's just giving off that same vibe. For myself, I feel like I would just wear this. It's a very light denim jacket too. It's not heavy at all. I would say it's more like a mid-weight chambray. So it's a lot more of like a spring jacket, which is fine because that's when I intend to wear it. But I just thought this with like some really flowy like white linen pants would be cute, or even just like some denim shorts underneath and then like high tops. I think that would be really, really cute. But I just thought it was so fun and like super unique. Very excited about this purchase. I thought it was a good deal for something like that unique. Oh, they put a little note. Thank you for your purchase and for shopping our closet. We hope you like the shirt. Alki. Very cute. Okay. So this is a Banana Republic top, or a Banana Republic men's shirt. It's a really cute green and white stripe. The fabric is a cotton linen blend, so it's way more casual. It's not like a work shirt, so it's gonna be perfect for spring and summer. I'm psyched to wear this. I'm hoping that I can find a pair of like green linen pants that I can wear with this. Yeah, hits at a really nice spot too. I always like getting men's shirts, men's button downs for like that oversized button down look. I just think the fit is so much better than just like sizing up in a women's shirt. It gives off a better drape. It would be really cool too if I could find, I've been seeing a lot of images on Pinterest of people wearing like striped tops and striped bottoms, but they're different sizes. There's one in particular, I think it's like a red shirt and pants that are different stripes. So it'd be really cool if I could find a pair of pants that are green and white striped, but like a wider stripe. I think that would be super, super cool. So I showed a cardigan in my last Poshmark video. It's an Eddie Bauer cardigan, size small, and they had it listed for $50. And this morning, they sent an offer for 50% off and $5 shipping, and I took it because I was like, that's beautiful. That's even less than what I was planning to offer it for. So I will show that when that comes as well. So today I have an afternoon to myself. I have a wax appointment since my appointment is in Salt Lake City. I'm gonna spend the afternoon in Salt Lake City. There are a couple of vintage shops that I've been wanting to check out and see in person if they have some overalls that will work for me during my pregnancy. Honestly, I feel like I talk about my pregnancy all the time, but right now, you know what? My pregnancy is currently a part of my personality. Unfortunately, it's sad to say, but it's there. But yeah, there are two shops that I want to check out for vintage overalls. And then after that, I found on Instagram a bookstore that recently opened up that's like an all romance bookstore. Kind of like the Rip Bodice, but it's in Salt Lake City, which is cool because that's close by. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to purchase any books today, but we'll see. Obviously, I want to support a small business, but I really don't need any new books, considering that I have two that are currently in my February TBR that I still need to read. I have one book that is currently checked out from the library, and so I'm not without books right now, you know what I mean? But like, honestly, if you're an avid reader, I feel like you don't need to be without books to have a reason to buy a book. So we'll see if there's really like anything that like catches my eye that I feel is like extremely different from what I've seen anywhere else. I'm upstairs. How did it go?
We are now proud owners of a 10,000 piece tool set. I'm just kidding. And then I got some clear coat stuff for the desk, and I got some sanding paper, different grits.
Oh, different grits. I was like, what? We picked up a set of antique school desks that are from, what date was it? Like 1918?
15, yeah.
1915. We picked them up on Facebook Marketplace for $50. The guy had originally listed it at 60, but I asked him if he would take 50, and he did. So we are planning to restore it. It'll be Ellie's little school station. Oh, also me and Matt played It Takes Two last night, and it was so fun. So if you are on the hunt for a couch co-op game, I highly recommend It Takes Two. I mean, it's been out for a really long time, so I'm sure like a lot of people already like, if you've been wanting that kind of game, I'm sure you probably already have it, but it was so much fun. It's kind of like there's like a little bit of combat, but not like too intense. And then there's a lot of like puzzles, and like basically you just have to like work together in order to get through these certain tasks. But it was super, super fun, and it was only like $12 or something. I think Matt said it was like on sale. You should definitely get that game if you don't already have it. So this is today's outfit. I'm wearing a black long sleeve from Free People, and then a red cardigan that my Lola got me, and some Maeve pants. They have a really cute floral print to them. And then I'm probably just gonna wear my docs along with them. This is today's look, and I'm gonna venture out into the city with my camera. I'm so scared. Okay, so I just got out of Atelier. It's such a cute store. They moved, but they are in the same area, like the same plaza. They're just like one space over, but they have so many cute things in there. I was planning to take my camera out. It was in my bag, but there were so many people in there, and I was just like, felt a little bit awkward, so I just took a couple of clips like on my phone. But they had so many cute stuff. I did end up purchasing a shirt, so I'll show that later. They carry a couple of vintage sellers in their store, and they're very reasonably priced, I would say. Nothing too extravagant. They did have this really cool LL Bean jacket that was only $45, and I was thinking of picking it up, but then I was like, you know what, I really don't need it. So I passed on it, but I got a cute Harley Davidson top. So, and it was only like $30, so it was pretty good. So now I'm gonna go and check out the bookstore. But yeah, that'll be pretty much my last stop before I go home. So my trip is already ending. I'm kind of sad. When I went to Lovebound Library, it was so packed. Like literally I could not even get through the door. There was a really long line, and the line was like wrapping around the whole entire store to the point where like you can't even like look at the shelves to see like what's like available. I did peruse around a little bit, and you know, it's a very cute store, but it is really small. So I think I'm just gonna have to go and shop around another time when there's less people and I actually have some space to breathe and look around at things. the camera for like 5 minutes and it wasn't even recording. So there's that. I just finished making the bed and cleaning up a little bit, like putting some stuff back into my closet and just getting things ready before going to bed. I was also reading some of my book, What You're Looking For Is in the Library, and I just read the 3rd story that's within the book, and it's so good. I'm enjoying it so much, especially this story that I just read. It was very relatable because it was about a mother who worked for a magazine publication, and like when she was just on the brink of getting a promotion, she got pregnant and took maternity leave, and then when she came back she got demoted. And so when she came back, she was kind of like struggling with not just work but also motherhood, and like not feeling satisfied in what she was getting from either of those facets of her life. And so yeah, it was just a very, very relatable. All the emotions that she was feeling were all things that I felt very close to. Like I felt like I've had those same exact feelings, and it was just a good perspective on how to ultimately not feel like you are the victim of your life, but more like you have control of changing it if things need to be changed, and things change all the time. So it's okay if like what you thought things were gonna be didn't turn out exactly how you thought, but you can change it to be something else that will be fulfilling to you. And so yeah, it's just this book is just a very enlightening book that I'm really glad that I picked up, and I'm excited to finish it. There's only 2 more stories left. I've got about a little over 100 pages left, so I'm gonna see if I can read the 4th story tonight, finish that, and then tomorrow I'll probably be able to finish the 5th story while Ellie is in dance class. Actually, before I go, so I realized that I never showed you what I picked up from Atelier. It's a really cute boutique, and I loved everything that was in there, and I restrained myself a little bit because I was under the impression that, well, if I go to the bookstore, then maybe I'll buy something at the bookstore, and I didn't want to spend too much money at this boutique in the event that I was going to spend money at the bookstore. But now that in hindsight, I now wish that I bought more things at Atelier. Like they had a PF candle room and linen spray, and I really wish that I got that, because sometimes like I don't want to light a candle, I just want to like have the room smell like beautiful. But anyways, this is the one item that I purchased from Atelier. It is just a cute like Harley Davidson long sleeve, and I really like the silver buttons going down the front, and also the hem is like, I don't know if you can see, but the hem is like curved. At this boutique, they kind of curate for a bunch of different brands, including different vintage curators. So this one is by Scout Shop. This is from Scout Shop. Their Instagram handle is there. I'll also put it on the screen so it's a little bit bigger. But yeah, this was only 30 bucks, and considering that it's a Harley Davidson shirt, I feel like that's a really good price, because I've definitely seen Harley Davidson shirts go for way more. And this is a very unique one because it's not like a graphic tee, it's a long sleeve. So, and it's like a V-neck with a button down, so I feel like it's a lot more unique than other Harley Davidson shirts that you see out in the wild. But yeah, that's all that I picked up. I'm gonna have to, I still had it in the box in my bag because I haven't like gotten around to like washing it yet. So yeah, I'm gonna end this weekend's vlog here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this vlog, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel because it really supports me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.